Welcome on down to UWA Sports Park for your Fortescue Premier Grade Clash of the Week. Palmyra will get us underway, kicking left to right across your screen. Your referee for this afternoon's fixture, Jordan Kaminsky. Where will they go off the first kick? It's going to be long. It's going to get held up a little bit in the wind. It's perfect conditions down here for rugby this afternoon. First carry just exits outside the 22. There's a breeze coming across into the face. Diagonally across field to the back left corner. High bomb goes long. Being cleaned up across the back. Straight back onto the boot. Palmyra go up and under. Underneath this one, McIntyre. Gets driven backwards through contact. Strong ruck contest, both teams committing lots to each ruck. O'Sullivan on the wing fighting to stay in touch. Ball available at the back here for Forster. Quick little crash ball up the middle.
Okay, release now.
Slow ruck, short side again. Crashing through the middle, gets assisted back into play. Was Charles Smith. Scoble, tipping off. Palmyra trying to get hands through, flirting with this short side. UWA trying to open up this defence. Ball stripped backwards. Cunningham comes up with the ball. First bit of possession here now for Palmyra. They fake the pot and fire wide early. Shorts pass, bounces across the ground, then goes wider still, and it's all a kerfuffle through hands. Not quite sure what Andrew was trying to accomplish. UWA get ball back in hand, lost forward.
Had a knock on there on the ground, guys.
Interesting start to the game there by UWA, just trying to force the issue down the short side. Numbers were matched there well by Palmyra on defence. Both these teams in hot form at the moment in the competition. Currently 1 versus 4 on the ladder. See at the base of the ruck there, just a slight knock on.
Just over here, guys.
This UWA team has proved throughout this year they're a 15-man try-scoring machine, but they're patient. They'll score off a little bit of a chaos ball. And when they need to, they'll just wait for the penalty, draw a team out when they're flirting with the 22. Hand the ball over to Caleb Young. One of the most accurate goal kickers this competition's ever seen. Palmyra missing a couple of key force players. Risa Napu out. Good flat ball. Gets lost forward through contact. Would have been interesting to see if that one was going to come off or come back for the scrum. Andrew was on fire running onto that one. It's a huge hit. We'll see great flat ball across the face. Andrew just gets cleaned up midfield. Leave by Oscar Anderson.
Just be wary of overextending, and I'll make sure they keep that elbow up for you.
Both these teams have rocked up ready to play here this afternoon. We're going to have a scrum on halfway. One more look at that big hit. It's perfectly timed. Sullivan was doing well to keep the play alive. Referee deemed it gone back far enough. First scrum was a good one. Set out 3 and 3. UWA inch forward, then pick off the back. Flat ball, half looping around and breaks through the line. He's got a little bit of space in front of him, gets up inside the 22, driven towards the line of touch, and eventually finds his way across the line. But Brendan Forster able to create space on that right-hand side. It was a beautiful little pick from 8. Then they go around the back door from McIntyre back to Forster. And maybe just needed to crack in there instead of trying to beat the fullback on the outside. Manahira Eden back from injury, does well to cover. It's 3 scrums in quick succession here. UWA in the field position. Once lost forward into touch, had the option. Palmyra picked the scrum. Lining up with Captain Leighton Short, looking like he might receive this one. Have a quick little crash ball, pressure coming from UWA, they have to release. So Short to the line, throws it to nobody. UWA thrive on this, but then they lose it forward, scrum down, Palmyra ball. Lots of energy early in this game. We're only 3 minutes 40 in. It's going to be interesting to see which team cracks under this pace first. Short didn't need to throw that ball. No one was there. It's a regulation crash off the back of the scrum. Absolutely nobody there to receive that ball where he was looking. Can they piece it together on this occasion? UWA had a little bit of a push on these scrum. I just need to get this one in and out. Short needs to hold it, take this run for himself. They're going to pop out to the right-hand side. Half broke very early. And this one goes clear into touch, just outside the 22 to be about 28 out from the line. Ball was caught up a little bit by Cunningham at the back here. Whitney Lloyd, lucky to get away with it, was a good 6 metres away from the scrum before the ball came out. Got to be within that 1.5. It's going to be a line out. Scoble to throw it in.
Good.
Vice captain for UWA. Flat ball O'Sullivan, inside check.
Okay, release now.
Don't have a name for you on the number 20. Try find out for you during this first half. Crash ball Churchwood. Gets driven backwards. Palmyra's defense has been solid early. O'Sullivan back from McIntyre, who fires a flat ball out onto the right wing. Sharwood. Penalty comes Palmyra.
Going with that one and called on your knees. Need you to place the ball immediately.
Not releasing. See out on the far side here. Gets tackled, goes to ground. Sharwood. Then tries to gain an extra couple metres. Yes. Clear penalty. 45 out from the line. Palmyra throw to the line. Full line out set. 7 engaged. Just go up at 2, but at the front, stolen by Van der Hayden. Strong line out win for UWA against the feed. They crash it up midfield through Anderson.
Off now. Survive clean out.
Numbers out
Leave
left.
the 9.
Showing and going's the 20. Outside ball. Flatly running in the middle. O'Sullivan gets the crumbs at the back, spins out, gets back to his feet, brought to ground eventually. Penalty, high tackle.
Tackle just slipped up there. High tackle.
This is what UWA feed on, as we'll see the arm. This ball comes out the back, O'Sullivan picks it up, and you're just going to see the left arm just swing over the top here. Does go against Andrew Sanders. So just a little bit out of the range of Caleb Young early in this game, especially with the wind pushing across the way it is. So they'll opt to go to the corner. Young gets that one nicely into touch right around the 22. Up at 3, one nicely, and they set up a good maul. They've got length on their platform, and they need to start getting a shove on. There's not too much commitment from Palmyra, and they start to work, and it's gone down at the front.
Down by Green.
They spin deep. Good opportunity here for Charles Smith.
Okay, hands away now.
Crashing onto the ball, was a little bit too eager, lost forward, they'll kick it away. Foot race is on, chasing backwards with a head of steam. Brian Sharwood gets to it first and assesses his options. He's got McIntyre in support, but decides to run away from it and crash over the top of the fallen tackle. Penalty, Palmyra. Straight off feet, no, not releasing. Could have been either of them. Chance for Palmyra to go in front. This is straight in front,
I was pretty vocal with that.
36 from the line. Will they opt to take the points or will they go to the corner? Looks like they're shaping for corner.
Shot, guys.
No, here we go. Rule number 1, take the points. Palmyra oblige. Watch this penalty as we come back across. Absolutely runs over the top there, Sharwood. And he's holding onto the ball, fighting for it. It's good work late and short over the top. Wins the penalty for Palmyra, gives an opportunity to take the lead. Will be the halfback, Hayden Whitney Lloyd, by the looks of it, to take the kick. halfback for Palmyra. This one's just missed left. We'll have a 22 dropout. Very hard when you've got such class as Whitney Lloyd. And you've also got injured stars like Reese and Apu. Play for the Force, an absolute star of the future. Big competition, big depth here in this Palmyra squad. They've had almost 30 players but contribute to this first grade team this year. Eden slipping a little bit, couldn't quite step around. Scoble wraps him up and a clean out comes straight over the top by Tui. Flat ball for Cunningham. Good leg drive, gets over the gain line. Ball's available on the right hand side, just picking and going. Stewetz.
The case there for you. Okay, they're good.
Cunningham meets the line well. It's the former captain of this side, getting up there in the years. Always will tell you at the end of the year that he's not keen to continue next year, but he's always back and he's always in form. Inside short ball for Short, who breaks the line, heads straight towards it, kicks up the pace. Palmyra are going to get the first try of the afternoon, and it's Palmyra's captain, Leighton Short. What a terrific little inside ball that we had off the back of this. Leighton Short had it all in front of him to score. And against a bit of the early flow of play, Palmyra are going to get the first one. You saw there Finn McCabe just showing on the inside, waits for the contact to come to him. Leighton Short, no stranger to the in-goal area. Scores Palmyra's first for the afternoon. 5 points to nil with a kick to come. UWA might be a little bit shocked by that one. Have been a dominant force in this competition. Only losing the one game so far this year. Adding the extra 2. 7 points, plays nil now. One more look at that inside ball. Scoble gets shrugged off. He's not going to be happy about that either. He's much bigger than Leighton Short. He's just falling back a little bit on the tackle there, Harry Scoble. Watch out for a big run for a tackle from him soon. I think he'll know everything about it. Former Force player himself. Plenty of stars out on the field today. Young gets us underway. Nice high kickoff up to the 22. First tackle by Charles Smith slips off. They get tied up eventually. And we're going to call unplayable maul, no loss forward. Believe as well for you in the 20. Could be Geordie Bunkard. It's what we're going to go with in the 20. Should have the number 6 on. UWA scrum, 25 out. And they'll want to reply quickly here. See just there on replay, ball came free at the bottom of that tackle. Kaminsky straight onto it.
Fine. Set.
Palmyra timed that one well, but they're going to get the advantage. Come straight back.
No, it was immediate. Collapsing.
Three collapsing. Forward past that last one. Will UWA go to the corner? They will. Young to kick. So a real prime opportunity. We've already seen one good rolling ball out of UWA so far in this game. See if they roll with it or if they're going to crash it up.
Step just off the line for us, Harry. That's your mark, mate.
They do have both O'Sullivan brothers out in the back line here.
Good.
They throw quickly, they set up half a maul, they start feeding in. O'Sullivan leaves the back line to go short side wing. They're diving towards the line, they've got to be close. Held up. No, short of the line, collapse maul. A little bit presumptive in my approach there. Didn't even get across the line.
It's green, I got 7 out, and then it's green 20. That's actually taking us down. He was actually the ripper, so he was fine. He comes straight
Palmyra survived the attack. They'll have their own defensive scrum. Just see there, it is a collapse maul. They are short of the line. You can see it on the right-hand side of the referee's boot. Can Palmyra exit effectively? They've already had the one mishap. Fixed it up after that. Penalty goes UWA again, collapsing. Having lots of trouble on this close side, the Palmyra scrum. Surely they take the points here, UWA. They're building pressure. See it goes straight down on this far side. A little bit of a shove after. They're going to go corner again. They're backing in the try scoring ability this afternoon. Maybe a different strategy than they had against West. They've found something in this Palmyra defense they reckon they can exploit. See what the setup is this time. Six-man line out. Getting up at the front and resetting that maul. Sacked efficiently there, but they've peeled around on the left-hand side and they're over in the corner. UWA get there first for the afternoon. Was a messy little maul setup. It was well sacked by Palmyra, but they end up peeling down the left-hand side. See, this one goes to ground, spinning around the back and then dotting it over the line. Don't have a jersey number for you. Try to see it for you in a second. Nonetheless, UWA move up 5 points to 7 and a difficult kick from the corner. And this kick will be telling, seeing if Caleb Young just doesn't like this left side with the wind at home. Knowing him, he's not going to have too much dramas at all, being at least relatively confident with this one.
That's right.
Young strikes it nicely, but it's two on the inside. Maybe was expecting the wind to push that one back against the alignment. Score's going to remain 5 points to 7. Try to see, it was such a good sack at the front of the line out. Just managed to spin around. Did a very good job, UWA, to get that one over the line. Could have been Bungard.
Just going to take the back just because of the sun.
It's been a beautiful afternoon for rugby down here at the library. It's been about 18 degrees, no clouds in the sky, only a brisk little wind. Palmyra go to the front of the line.
Okay, we're playing advantage.
Lost forward at the front.
Okay, we've got a second.
Sullivan. Coming back, penalty offside. Palmyra giving away a couple little errors in a row there at the line out. Come straight back for it. Now a chance for Young to go straight out into touch again. He's going to put them about 36 from the line. Looks like they'll walk up. 5-man. Go up at 3, straight off the top. Good win there by big Jack Bromley. Crashing in centre field. Geordie Bungard firing out right-hand side. O'Sullivan fires free from McIntyre, who shows a little bit of pace, gets his hands free. UWA are going to get straight through for their second. It's going to be the right wing through Brian Sharwood. It was a good little piece of work. Rory O'Sullivan, the number 10, gave a little show and go, gave it off to McIntyre. And UWA have taken the lead here, 10 points to 7. McIntyre, 3 pumps, then just gives it on the outside for Sharwood. It was a good crack on the inside. Left Finn McCabe, done on footwork, nowhere to go. 10 plays 7 with a kick to come from right in front. UWA have taken the lead. That's a good little bit of electric play. That's what we want to see from UWA. extra 2 have been added there by Young. 12 plays 7. We're 20 minutes into the first half of your Fortescue Premier Grade Clash of the Week. UWA, after a worrying start, couple penalties, getting the first try scored against them. They get straight back through. Another great finish from Brian Sharwood. Quick kickoff. Connor O'Sullivan. Breakout season last year, and has been doing much of the same again this year. Lots of teams have had to put pressure on him. Rory O'Sullivan for Jake McIntyre. Flat ball. Bungard.
Tackle! Release! Fine, he's released the ball.
Lost forward at the bottom there.
Okay.
Just needed to secure their UWA, asking a little bit too much, maybe Bungard. So he goes to ground on the first occasion here, was held up for a second, tackle called. Goes to ground. And they may be lucky to not get penalised. Didn't fully let go of the ball there, Bungard. Even though the tackle is released, it was on the call of the referee, must present there. Scrum down on the 40, right-hand side of the field for Palmyra. Look for Leighton Short to be running onto this one with everything he's got. Ball cleanly available at the back. And McCabe to Short, to outside, just losing it forward. Marcus Andrill.
Knock on, no advantage.
Marcus Arundel just coughing that one forward, was coming at a serious whacker pace.
From my picture, we'll keep an eye
Had the 2 inside defenders drawn to Short where they assumed it would go. UWA get ball back. Forced up to feed the scrum for UWA. We're in the centre of the field on the 40. It's gone down on this side. Angle. It's going to be a penalty advantage again for not 10. See, from the scrum penalty, just not getting back at all. A little bit of foxing there from the vice-captain, Liam Gooley. Chance for Young to progress this even further again.
Hang on 1 sec, Dill. Give us up there.
And this will not gain too many extras. Be about 32 out.
The loose head. Okay. You can come up a bit, mate. Proud of you. Thank you.
Up at 5, good line out wing. Big Jack Bromley again being a force as always in this line out. Almost up to the 22. Foster O'Sullivan for Young, who gets mauled by Dylan Cunningham, driven backwards. Slow ball now. Short across the face. Bungard. Sharwood getting involved on the left-hand side of the field. Is going to have to rotate himself back round.
Good.
Young, short ball for Ben Taylor. Trying to crash through the line there, Reginald Churchwood, but was a little bit high through contact, and now they're having a little bit of trouble getting this free. Stripped out, and they've got numbers out on the left-hand side, do Palmyra. Can they get their hands free or recycle it quickly at least? It's good work, Tui, out on the left. No, nothing ball there for Manahira Eden. Wasn't expecting it and got driven backwards for it. Penalty goes the way of UWA. Too much pressure straight over the top.
15, held on.
See here, Manahira Eden gets just driven
No,
backwards
just
through
have one way to go
contact.
before, I'm cool.
Could be that man in the 20 jersey. Bungard straight over the top,
Can I have a shot? Shot, guys.
doing everything with all rights to the ball. And now UWA resulting back to their regular strategy. Give the tee to Caleb Young. We'll take the points, sir.
Okay. Okay.
Just keep an eye on it.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll have a look. No, you're right. Just no water penalties.
Caleb Young for the penalty. It's a good strike of the ball,
Okay.
but must have gone left. Caleb Young, the boot of the comp, is 1 for 3 this afternoon.
Just getting behind you, mate. Good. Okay, good.
Long kick for O'Sullivan, who has a little look and hands it off to McIntyre. He's not afraid to run this one back into a bit of traffic. McCabe did well to stop him. Young. Backdoor ball, good. A little bit of hands, everyone wanting to get involved. Oscar Anderson eventually went to ground and got caught up in the mix of things, so then loses it backwards. Soa
Green, yeah, well done.
crashing down through the middle to Wet. McCabe firing wider for Eden, who breaks through the line and puts on a little bit of the afterburners, gets wrapped up on the outside by Sharwood. They're gaining meters and they got UWA a little bit turned here, running on Mahaki. And McCabe ready to release again. He's got plenty of runners out here. He's through the gap, the big man, and throws one out the back door. What a pass, going towards the corner there, half a metre short. Could have gone again, didn't realise till it was too late. It was good work by Adam Marshall to stay in the field of play, but how's the pass from Soa? 2 out from the line, slow ball. Finn McCabe gets the ball once again, throws it out wider for DeWitt, who gets driven backwards. Pop comes free for Pugh. UWA have done well here. Tackled, knees are on the ground, got a release.
Leave now, 20.
They've forced him back 15 from the line, but they're not out of danger yet here. Straight over the top, O'Sullivan has a crack at the turnover, gets blown off it.
Out the way.
They're straight in front of the sticks,
Okay, out
15
now,
out
one
from the
green out.
line, and they're just playing this one slowly. Whitney Lloyd needs to pick up the pace a little bit here, force the issue from this UWA defence. Can't afford just to milk this for too long. UWA won't give away this penalty. Well, they'll try their best not to. Backdoor play, a chance on the wing for the captain, Short to go in again. Steps on the inside, nearly loses his footing. And UWA have just been done. Palmyra have got their second. Leighton Short goes 2 for 2 this afternoon. It was a great ball. Manahira Eden, backdoor play for Marshall. Short finds himself on the wing, nearly pops his whole ankle out, trying to step on the inside. Absolutely no luck for Vorster covering across on the tackle. Scores are level now, 12 points apiece with a kick to come for Whitney Lloyd. What a spectacular little bit of rugby. I thought they were going to be slow playing that a little bit too much. But it's worked for them nonetheless. They've leveled this game up, caught UWA on the back foot.
Thanks, guys. Cheers. How's space looking? All right. Sweet.
Certainly have rocked up to play here this afternoon, Palmyra. They've made quite a presence of themselves on the hill on the right-hand side. Whitney Lloyd needs it to curl. Doesn't get it, pushes it out left. Scores are going to remain, 12 points all. How's the handwork here? Lee Soa flicks it out the back door for Adam Marshall. I thought he was in for all money there. But Rory O'Sullivan doing everything he can to cover across and make that last-ditch tackle. Did a very good job. So I'll be talking about that past 4 weeks, I can guarantee you that much. This one's going up and under. Kickoff comes across, so foxing a little bit on a bit of obstruction there. Whitney Lloyd doesn't have much blockage. Slow play, gets it up there, flying in the wind. Ball comes at the back for the captain, Ben Taylor, and Young goes back on the boot.
White, green. Okay, they're good now, wingers on.
Manahira Eden. Goes up and under from the back. No, goes flat towards the corner, tries to turn them inside out. Lost backwards, Charles Smith. Has a little bit of time, fires off on the inside for O'Sullivan, who kicks up straight through the middle. This is exactly what he loves to do in rugby. He's going to beat them all, O'Sullivan. He might get caught on pace, gets caught high, goes on the foot. Forster needs to get this one short, kicks this one dead in goal. But O'Sullivan gets caught. Connor O'Sullivan does it all from nothing, just gets that little inside ball and beats the entire UWA defence. They go straight back. Just look at the pace on him. Kicks straight through, gets a little goose, and then goes inside Manahira Eden, who has to then get on the chase. Then the coverage tackle that comes at the end is just way too high there. They've taken this quickly, and they've spun out on the right-hand side. I would have taken the 3 UWA. I don't know what you're playing at this afternoon. There's a gift 3 points inside the 22 straight in front of the sticks. Nonetheless, we're back underway. We're 5 metres out from the line. UWA got to convert here. It's a messy ruck. Forster playing it out for O'Sullivan. Then comes out back door. Van der Hayden. Short from the line. Trying to get a turnover here. Palmyra haven't survived at all. Nowhere to go. Driven backwards. Lots of big forwards in the way there. And lost forward through contact. They've given away a gift 3 points there, UWA.
We got a loose carry here, so it's a knock on.
It's going to be a scrum down. Palmyra ball just in front of their posts. Just see at the back here, they had it all in front of them. It was a good little work by Van der Hayden. Ball's available at the back here. They shuffled it off well. And as Forster goes to ground, he loses it forward. Join your back line for the scrum. This is a big effort scrum required here by UWA. Need to make a mission of this one.
Take him out with you.
Crouch. Bind. Sit.
Elbow.
They bound. Okay,
Ball gets flicked off the back. Whitney Lloyd. Penalty. Long bind. It's on this near side here, yeah, just was creeping back, hard to see. But in the scrum there, just didn't have a full bind, we're coming straight back. Just waiting on ball. UWA get this one into touch. Finn McCabe with the duties. And finds touch and rolls up towards the cameras. 39 out from their own line. Palmyra with the feed to the line out. Michael Tui to feed us in. Expect him to work into the second half, have a couple of extra runs with the ball.
Good.
Up at 3, almost stolen.
Fine, he's over the top.
Over the top, Big Jack Bromley being an absolute menace. They have to get it free and they box over. Ball available at the back here. Charles Smith, who's fumbling around with it, eventually gets on top. Decides he wants to take on this line. McCabe eventually gets him to ground with help from Short on the first contact. Forster, short side. There's a little bit of an overlap if they have an opportunity. Young just goes through the line, palms off the first, has no support in view, so needs to just take on the contact, gets himself to ground, and they pile over the top. They've got numbers galore and forward runners out on the left here. O'Sullivan to O'Sullivan, then firing out wide of Van der Hayden. Still number forward runners on the left here. Back door, O'Sullivan, inside check for Scoble, who shoves to his face into the ground. Picking and going and firing back door. O'Sullivan might go boot, does go boot, but they're all cleaned up through the play. Pushing off once, twice, and then going the boot themselves, Palmyra. O'Sullivan trips, eventually gets up, and And tries to dice through the middle once again like he does best. Half a goose through. So strong through contact. Connor O'Sullivan, as always. Nowhere really to go for Bungard, so steps inside and creates his own luck. Then turnover, Cunningham picks the ball out of the air, lost forward. They got lost forward advantage here. Palmyra will go long. Bounces, and it's at the back for McIntyre. What's he going to do? He hugs the sideline a little bit, not sure where he wants to go yet. Takes on Manahira Eden. Nowhere to really go. Whitney Lloyd bounces to his feet. Manahira Eden does a great tackle. They've got a fantastic turnover there.
15.
Straight to ground here. First arriving player gets on the ball. Had all rights to it. Does really well to maintain body position there. Terrific penalty one there, Andrew Sanders. 35 gone in the first half. It's been an electric first half of rugby. This is exactly what they came to see up on the hill. Having a little bit of time off.
Foul language and abuse coming from the blue bench.
Okay. No worries. Time's up. Shorty. Shorty.
Just going to have a little chat about something. Calling over the captain, Leighton Short. We'll listen into this one.
Hey, mate. My AR's copping a lot of abuse from your bench, okay? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to play a penalty here against you guys. Can you go have a quick word? I'll give you some time. Yeah. Thanks, mate.
So taking a lot of abuse from the Palmyra bench, the AR number 2. Was not happy about it. Kaminsky taking immediate effect with it. And I'll give them a penalty.
I'm going to blow a penalty here on the 15. I'm just giving Shorty time to go chat to the bench.
Copy.
Hey.
Appreciate it. Lovely.
Back 10 for us, guys. All done. Shorty will explain to you guys.
No place for referee abuse in the game. Rugby union. Doesn't matter if it's the one on field or down the touchline. Coaches don't have any hierarchy to be above the law of the game or above respect. So Kaminsky deals with it promptly. Gift penalty for UWA. Young nudges. Finds its way to the 40.
They got 4-man, guys. You're all good.
4-man. Where will they go with it?
Good.
Go up at 3. Good line out win over the top.
No, it's fine. He was committed.
Committed to the tackle, so we play away from that one. Then lost forward. No, lost backwards, says the referee. Penalty once again. The arriving players
from the side, then 8 off feet there.
for Palmyra,
No, they were fine.
causing a lot of trouble.
Ball, so I'm happy.
And then it's 8 off feet. Kick finds its way up to the 22.
Perfect, thanks, mate.
Have a look on the replay here. Just missed it. Big line out over the top. Both lifted at 6, couldn't get it, so the number 8's pick it at the back. McCabe, Short, Eden. Everybody getting involved here for Palmyra, getting tired up. Marcus Andriel. Couldn't get the last pass free, but they've secured the ball. They're 23 out. That one gets left behind. They've had a bit of that this afternoon already here, Palmyra. Just leaving a couple of behind and scrambling for them. They've looked good in attack, just need to know where their men are. Short just firing that one behind. Not sure where his hands are today, Short. Only solid as always. Barely even passes, just crashes the ball up himself, the captain for Palmyra.
Seconds. It's not a 4.5.
It's going to be a scrum on the 40. Had a couple scrum penalties early. Then a loss of bind as well. No real dominance from either side here. Been pretty stable in the shoving department. This one goes laterally, but the ball's available at the back, so we'll pick right through Voster. And then Jake McIntyre straight through the line. He's too quick, fires it back on the inside, pairs back with his halfback. UWA are going to get their third. And they've worked as a pair for that entire try there off the back of the scrum. It was Forster and McIntyre the whole way. That's just a spectacular piece of set player work. We saw the pop from Ben Taylor, but you see Forster fires on the outside McIntyre, who just accelerates on the outside of Finn McCabe. Had him beat for all money. They're trying to chase. Manahira Eden has to commit because he knew those forwards wouldn't catch him. Inside ball fires off of Voster and he finds himself under the sticks. UWA get their third. 17 plays 12 with a kick to come from straight in front for Young.
It'll be half, mate.
What a first half of rugby this has been. It's all locked up. Palmyra, even with their injury rows, have looked very dominant. UWA doing what they do best though, taking advantage of any little error you make. Very patient, this UWA outfit. So conversion successful. 19 plays 12. UWA are in front in your Fortescue Premier Grade Clash of the Week. Can Palmyra respond in this second half and get back on top? We'll soon see. We'll be right back after this. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on back to the second half of your Fortescue Premier Grade Clash of the Week. UWA getting on top in the final couple of minutes of your first half. Currently leading this game 19 points to 12.
Are we, Harry, all good?
One of the best first halves we've seen all year. Can they maintain that pace? Can they fight through this entire second half? Kaminsky gets us back underway and Young kicks this one towards the sideline and finds its way just shy of the 22. Palmyra certainly have shown that they're ready for this fight this afternoon. Call a use it'll come soon. They're setting up for a box, but taking all the time in the world to do it.
Yep. Okay, they're all good.
Box goes high, and Taylor at the back wants to receive, but it bounces just in play before it goes into touch. So good box in the end, net result positive. Got themselves out of a sticky field position, and they just need to defend well now. See, Voss was just hoping that one was going to fall away into touch, but did not. Five-man line out, up at 4, Big Jack Bromley. He's been great at line-outs here this afternoon. We need to see some runs from him. O'Sullivan wrapped, ducked into the tackle a little bit. And penalty obstruction. So just as we spoke for Big Jack Bromley to get involved in the play, accidentally gets caught through an obstruction line, doesn't get his opportunity. We'll have a look as the ball flies out left here, see a little obstruction. Yeah, Bromley makes the error himself, just ran around his opposite man, hand to hand. And gives away a kick into touch for Palmyra, who didn't gain too much on it. They've only made their way up to the 40. Until you'll take the ball, get a set back in. Short line out as well for Palmyra. Fake up at the front, then eventually...
Was that going to 5? Yeah.
Goes to the front of the line out, trick line out play, free kick, not 5. It's a vital error that we see all the time when players go for this short line out at the front. Just need to make sure it goes the 5. Scrum down, UWA ball. First scrum here for the second half. UWA were dominant with a couple of extra penalties. But never really had too much of shove pressure either way.
Set! Guys, both there. Just overextended on that far side, guys. We'll reset, just come a bit closer. Same scrum. Same scrum, lads.
Straight down, we'll have it again. Both these packs comparable in weight, maybe a little advantage for Big Cunningham at the back there for Palmyra. And we just need to get this one right. Just got to set the standard early here in the second half, make sure these are going to go off without a hitch throughout the second as we play through it. Third time's the charm here. UWA on their own 40. All set out on the right-hand side. They've left the blind open.
Set!
Ball gets in this time. Stays still. Ball's at the back. They start going forward. Palmyra pulled out of that a little bit.
Loose head, not pushing straight.
UWA win the penalty for it. See there on our near side, Palmyra Loosehead just starts angling in as that scrum goes backwards. Is half of a harsh call, but nonetheless was infringing. And this is a great kick for the line. Now with the wind in their backs a little bit, UWA.
Okay.
Not afraid to kick long and get this one up to the 22.
Pally, number 3, is getting subbed.
And straight from the scrum penalty, they are going to switch out.
Yeah, it will be.
That player, Lee Soa, will be heading from the field, who is a great prop. Just not getting it right up front at scrum time, so they'll send him on his way. UWA win the line out, short ball for Young. Up on the 22, first attacking piece here for UWA in the second half. Wrapping around was Forster, wasn't quite there in time. So Churchwood just has to go to ground. Then they eventually get it back through Worcester and Scoble out on the wing. Fight their way back in field.
Yeah, no, you're fine. Ball's available.
Reginald goes forward again. Fights his way to ground. Sullivan set and calling for it out on the right here, but it's a slow pill. They go backdoor O'Sullivan, tries to break the line. Off feet on the far side here, Palmyra had to let go of it. O'Sullivan short ball, Bromley. Forster, Bungard. Churchwood again, having a good couple carries early in this second half. Young for Scoble, McIntyre outside, wider still opportunity for Charles Smith to fight forwards, gets him about 10 from the line. UWA in full control here, being patient. Scoble running on, but just pulls himself up a little bit. Wasn't sure on the angle or what was in front of him. O'Sullivan finds a little inside line, then fires his brother off. O'Sullivan further closer still. Out on the right-hand side, inside ball again for the captain, who gets pulled out 5 short of the line. Ben Taylor crawling closer. Can they get over the line here? Counter ruck was good. They get through and they kick it over the top. Got to chase backwards here. Where will they go? Chase is good. Hayden Whitney Lloyd all over it. There's one on top of the ball now. Lost his crack at it. Slow ball O'Sullivan. Eventually has to pick it up and go. Throws it out to a really isolated Caleb Young. Recognises his danger and jabs it towards the corner. And will it find its way into touch? He will, but they'll go quickly. Manahira Eden straight back down the field, looking towards touch and gets there cleanly. Good release of pressure after an aggressive kick from Caleb Young. See here, I thought it was the wrong option to go to Young. Realised he had absolutely no support and about 5 defenders chasing him. So they kick towards the corner. But Palmyra with enough space and time for Pugh to chuck that one back inside, and Eden gets them out of danger. We're out on halfway, waiting for UWA to commit some numbers to this line.
Good.
Bromley brings it down. Nowhere really to go for Bungard, but forward. Forster boxes. Chasing onto this one is Sharwood. Sharwood wants a bit of it, can get the tackle on, can't get him into touch though. Trevor Smith has to deal the dirty work and just accept contact. Penalty, UWA. No one was coming back in support. This is a brilliant kick chase here. Plenty of UWA players coming. Brian Sharwood does well to get this one to ground. And then O'Sullivan goes straight over the top, gets hands on ball and fights to stay on his feet and has all rights to that one. Does it so well. Great vision on the replay there. UWA want to get another try.
How many?
We're going to have a line out, 5 from the line. We've got a confused Cavoodle in the bottom right of screen. Wasn't sure which way to look. Plays this way, lad. Scoble goes for Bromley. Gets shoved off the ball. Quick little check play for Churchwood, who tries to get the leg drive on. They're short of the line and they've got to get out of the way here, Palmyra. Push backwards through. Forster just has to accept contact. Does well to get this one backwards. Now picking and driving towards the line. They bump off the first tackle. They're going to get close here. They're underneath. Short of the line, Churchwood has a little crack himself, but has to now present. Need the Palmyra player to roll out in front of the ball here. O'Sullivan's flat and set out to the right and wants a little dish. Bromley towards the line. Has started, injected himself into this second half. They're short of the line. They Dersh again, dying towards the line. Forster held up. So close. Palmyra doing so well not to do what other teams do and give away a penalty against this UWA outfit. Jack Bromley ever so close. Forster has a little dummy and crack himself. Thought he was towards the line, but the second tackle held him up. It was very well done there, Adam Marshall. So going to have a scrum 5 metres from the line. all the way in the far right corner. They're set up to fire this one back door for Anderson to have a crash at the line by the looks of things.
Guys, we've got to get from behind there.
Have a little
I want to
reset.
clear a gap because I want stability. Maintain that gap before set. Scrum.
Ready to go again now. Palmyra amping themselves up for a big scrum here. They might want to cause a little bit of a ruckus.
Set.
Ball comes in now.
Now.
Palmyra have done well, but the ball's available at the back here. Cunningham broke early, but didn't commit to the tackle. Sharwood short of the line.
No, it's not. Yep, good work.
Good flat ball. So close now. Oscar Anderson couldn't get over. Wrapped up in midfield. They're close to the line. Tackle made. Now they go through. Try scored. Connor O'Sullivan peels it off. Tackle was made. It'll be interesting to see how this one peels off. I just didn't quite catch it myself, but that's how quick Connor O'Sullivan is. No stranger from the try line. See the ball fires across. They do well to hold up Brian Sharwood here. Stop him short of the line. Then it's this one right in front of the sticks. They work well in front of it all. This one here. Bungard gets held up. Connor O'Sullivan commits to it, then goes in for the rip of the ball. They go release, player goes to ground. Yeah, that's all fair right there. Connor O'Sullivan ducks underneath the sticks. Scores a try for UWA. They move up 24 points to 12 with a kick to come right in front for Young. Couple of replacements for UWA now heading behind the sticks to start their warm-up. Conversion successful, 26 plays 12 in your Fortescue Premier Grade Clash of the Week down here at UWA Sports Park. So we'll take one more look at this one as Palmyra head up towards the line. Thought they were done for all money here when they get Bungard caught on his feet. But it's so good of O'Sullivan just to wrap on this ball. And as they all get called to release, got all rights to just go straight through. They were lazy on the outside, and Manaher Eden, I believe it was. Good take. Ben Taylor brings it to ground. UWA goes straight for the pocket of O'Sullivan. Kicks this one long. He's got a fair hift on that one. Turns Whitney Lloyd inside out and lets it bounce into touch. And it's going to roll so far that they can't even play it quick. What a kick, Connor O'Sullivan. Sorry, not Connor, Rory. Apologies, Rory. They were set back at least 40 metres there and absolutely hoofs it over the back of Hayden Whitney Lloyd, turns them inside out. Now Palmyra with a line out on their own 22.
Good.
Not straight.
Caught that on the outside there, guys.
Pressure mounting on Palmyra now. They can't let this lead get up too far. You know this UWA outfit are a full 80-minute team. So it's not like they're going to let off and let you through late in the game to chase down a big total. 14-point lead at the moment. Any more than that will start to get testy.
Call on you, Jacko.
Crouch. Bind. Set.
Straight down on far side.
Guys, we had instability before we went across there, okay? We'll reset that one. Yeah, I got it. 7, yeah.
Let's go, Pally, let's go. On me, big shot. On here. On here. On you, Jacko, call on you. Hey, talk to me. Box in. 8 on, hunt.
Crouch.
Ready to go again. 15 in from the line, 22 out.
Yeah, he's gone early bind. That's what caused that. Yeah, that's fine.
Early bind is the call, so Connor O'Sullivan goes straight towards the line. Foster screams for them to get out on the left.
No, he's fallen into it. He's out the way, he's good.
Firing out left-hand side, ball out the far side wing. UWA look like they're going to set up for a lot of phase work here. They're just going to bungle this one forward. Churchwood does well. O'Sullivan has a little gap, sees it for himself, wants to go all the way. Rory O'Sullivan thought for all money he'd just pass that one straight from 10. Saw a little gap, his eyes lit up, and he goes straight through, and he's happy about it. Gets a try for himself. UWA extend their lead. Look at the acceleration from him, and just backs in the angle that he's picked. Manahira Eden couldn't get up to him in time to put an effect on it. UWA extend their lead. They're 31-12 with a kick to come. It's just so good, Connor O'Sullivan. Sorry, Rory O'Sullivan. Get him confused. They're both amazing. They've moulded what is this UWA strategy.
Good, thanks, mate.
This really started to pay dividends into this year. Plenty of good players are wanting to get around this mix now. Especially back-to-back Premier Caleb Young, who has jumped ship and has found himself on top of the table again. With the kicking duties now. Caleb Young for the extra 2. It's a good strike of the ball, and that's going to do just fine. 33 plays 12 in your Fortescue Premier Grade Clash of the Week. They're starting to get a little bit rambunctious up on the hill. They're excited to see their UWA boys doing well. As we see a beautiful try and slide there from Rory O'Sullivan himself. Bromley goes aerial for that one and then gets hands free for Churchwood outside even still. Bit of a late contact there. Cunningham got to be careful, then lost forward through contact. Getting forced backwards through the line. Lots of pressure on Palmyra, but they secure and they just get on top. Wimmy Lloyd looks short side for Cunningham. Former captain of Palmyra. Slow ball. UWA ready to meet up with them. Tui looking to crash onto this one, but lost forward.
He's in the way.
No, just in the way. Look here, it goes to ground. Already feeling on the ankle.
22 minutes 30.
Just not happy about it. Could be Henrik DeWitt.
Come in, guys.
Not sure where it's happened in there, but it just gets slung to the ground. Maybe his ankle just feeling a little bit loose on the sides. Oh, there it is there. Sorry, I've missed it the whole time. It's on his way back before he even goes to ground. The ankle did collapse under itself. Not sure where I was looking on the first 2 replays, but I'm glad we got there in the end. That could be a few weeks. So Henrik DeWitt's out. He's off. Man, he's looking ginger. Scrum down, Palmyra ball.
Stay bound. Good, mate.
Ball comes free for Palmyra, and they have a little look at midfield through Trevor Smith.
Lead now, 8, your feet. Okay, done well.
Getting caught behind the advantage line, so they're reassessing. Palmyra.
Yeah, he's out the way. Don't hold him in, 6.
McCabe. Flat ball lost forward. Chance for UWA. Scoble looks up.
Hey, tackle.
Sorry, it was not
Leave,
Scoble.
Lynn.
Oscar Anderson.
Over.
Both sporting the same hairdo. Out left, McIntyre. O'Sullivan looks forwards again. Fighting towards the line, just throws that one out in front. No work for Charles Smith.
Shorty, choice. We got knocked on in the touch.
It's good work here by Sullivan, but probably didn't need to throw the pass. Was just a little bit forward as well. Might have come to hands. But no escaping the error in the end, lost forward anyway.
No, because it was ball throw was with this 5. It was annoying. Crouch. Bind. Sit. Okay, early green.
Early green.
Far side's gone early. Okay.
Tapping and going, Palmyra. Short fires McCabe in the back pocket. It's going to bounce and it's going to roll forwards. Goes endy. Oh, trying to grubber it straight through, but how's the courage from John Charles Smith? Just dives on it, accepts that he's going to get kicked in the guts, gets up and keeps running, gets the offload for Foster. Sullivan fills into half and they go back door a little bit. Sullivan wider still. Anderson towards the line.
Okay, ball's out there, guys.
Foster with a little chip over the top. Whitney Lloyd getting lined up by Bromley, who slips the tackle. Then cracking on the outside foot. Gullery.
No, it's fine. Leave, boys, leave 20 off. Leave, Dottie, leave.
They've got a little bit to say with each other. Ball plays away, looks like they're separating now.
Just let me know if you got anything different.
But there's a little bit of stink kicking up in this game. Both teams getting frustrated. A little cross kick bounces up, chucked on the inside. Do well to keep it in play, but they won't be able to. And Drilly gets muscled into touch. See, here was a crafty little cross kick.
You guys there, mate.
Did not mind it from Manahira Eden. Did well to shovel that one back on the inside. Trevor Smith to Marcus Andrilli, but just got caught walking.
Good.
UWA jump at
No,
one,
it's fine,
get it
just
out the
through
back.
middle.
And then
Okay,
Lily
we got
nearly an
knocked on
interception there. Hayden Whitney Lloyd read the inside ball, couldn't get it to hands. See
No, there's
here,
no knock on
comes
the
shooting through. Reads that O'Sullivan's going to inside ball that one. Whitney Lloyd couldn't quite get all of it.
Okay. Number 1.
Time for some replacements. So number 1 for UWA,
Sorry, Harry.
Ikatue leaving the field.
Yeah.
They can't touch him.
Making way for a replacement prop, which 24 is not listed, so can't give you a name there, unfortunately. UWA scrum, 45 from their own line, just set right centre. 2 on the blind side.
Stay down. Yeah, ball's out.
And they'll go that way. Picked off by the captain. Short ball for Scoble. Sullivan goes high. McIntyre getting tied up in the back play with the Palmyra player. Straight back, Manahira Eden.
Roll green.
It's a good tackle by Bromley.
Too slow to roll.
Penalty against UWA, not rolling away. Is this game starting finally to lose a little bit of the pace that we saw in the first half? It's been a solid 65 minutes of quick rugby. And now it's going to be up to whichever team can hold out the rest of this game. Keep competing at quite this pace.
Middle. Thank you. That's good, that's gone 5.
Whitney Lloyd fires McCabe out for short, straightens halfway through the line.
Okay, leave 7, not on ball. Yeah,
It's good net
done
gain.
well. Yeah, you've done well there, mate. Okay, leave now. Haven't survived clean out.
McCabe out on the right-hand side, struggles to go through.
Just stay down 20. Yeah. Nah, you didn't win. Yeah, you got
Penalty.
advantage there, Blue.
Lazy defence from UWA. Rarely give up these defensive penalties as we get towards the danger zone. Palmyra haven't been up here in a while. Would certainly put a bit of a tide on this game if they can actually come away with some points. They've got the penalty advantage still. They've got messy old Chaos Ball out on the right wing. Rory O'Sullivan cramping in midfield. Can't even get up, he's that sore. It's a big out for UWA. Palmyra inside now.
Still got advantage 9.
Building forwards, Cunningham for McCabe. Short, out wider. Can he get a hat-trick this afternoon? Dummying, going, tries to pick a hole through behind the referee. Gets towards the line, offloads on the inside. And they come away with a try, Palmyra. It was a great run by Leighton Short, feeling the effects of it as well, but Adam Marshall finishes it off. And they're not out of this game yet. They haven't been able to attack in a long, long time. See on your screen there on the floor, Sullivan cramping up, can't even move. Cunningham did well just to fire off McCabe back door here. Leighton Short just dances on the inside, beats Scoble, beats the replacement 26 there, then drives towards the line, finds his little gap. O'Sullivan and Young bring him to ground, but just managing to get that inside ball off for Aiden Marshall. Palmyra are back in this game. 17 plays 33 with a kick to come from right in front. So concerns being shown for a couple of the players. Short looks like he's all right and he's back to halfway. But that's a big out. The number 10, Rory O'Sullivan for UWA, is still receiving treatment. Conversion successful, 19 plays 33. Your Fortescue Premier Grade Clash of the Week down here at UWA Sports Park. It's been a fantastic afternoon for rugby.
Sorry? Oh yeah, because that stopped, hasn't it? We got 13:40. Yeah, so what I'm looking for there, you're on it. I didn't see you actively waiting, trying to rip it, so I just waited for a clean out and then you didn't survive. So
I thought, yeah. Well, I saw the clean come before.
Okay, I didn't see that, but I understand where you come from, Jack.
Kaminsky and Big Jack Bromley just having some words over a cup of tea before this kickoff gets us back underway. Talking about a couple of not releasings. The pitches they're seeing short will go to the boot, straight from the kickoff, and it'll find its way in touch. It's a good kick by Leighton Short.
Be careful of it. And just wait for the winger.
Five-man line out, up at 4. Bromley wins. Foster just dicing through the middle of the play. Penalty, Palmyra.
There. No.
In from the side.
He hasn't come quite for me.
Have a look at this one on replay. Forster does well to beat through the line. And 3 green here. Just joins completely from the side. Never actually came back round.
Yeah.
Reginald Churchwood has been good in this second half. A little bit lazy on that occasion, the big man. Kick goes towards the corner. It's out on the 22.
Yeah, where you are. Good, mate. Cheers. Yeah, the line's yours, buddy. They're good. I'll just get you guys to take half a step. Good.
Bromley steals at the line out. Didn't even need his lifters. He's that big. Churchwood redeems his errors and takes one up for the team, but there's a turnover. Palmyra now back on the attack. Cunningham, short ball, intercepted. Caleb Young, which way is he going to go? Tries to find a little bit of support back on the inside, but coverage defense was there. Just like that, Palmyra looked like they would go in for a try. And all of a sudden, UWA release that pressure valve, dot that one into touch, slower things down. And they're 30 out from their own line. See at the back here, Churchwood does well, take this one to ground. Turnover comes at the base of the ruck by the 19 replacement. Then as this one goes to ground again, ball gets popped off the back. Churchwood, get out of there. You had no rights to it, says Kaminsky. Cunningham, short ball. Young takes it on the angle. How about that read? Could have been in for all money if that pass went to hand. Caleb Young does well, slows it down, then they just go, you know what? I don't want to mess around with this one too much. Forster puts that one down on the left wing. Palmyra win their line. Shifting it wide early. Giving it to that 19, Tyrone Law, I believe. Pocket for McCabe. Goes long centre field. Jake McIntyre giving chase. He's got Sharwood on the inside, but he's inside his 22, might just look to punt. Does so, it's a good kick too. Made sure of it, gets it back past halfway.
That's going to be in the middle. Where you yeah, come on right on that corner for me.
So with time off included, probably about 10 minutes left in this game. Maybe just a tick under. 5-man line out for Palmyra just inside their own half. Up at 3, jumpers get up in front, lost forward by Green.
Guys, we had a knock on by Green in the line there.
Come back for the lost forward. So threatening at line out time. These UWA jumpers just get straight up in front of everything. Ball's available at the back of the scrum. Foster being a nuisance to Cunningham. And McCabe gets tackled behind the line. Palmyra need to find one soon.
No, it's that back feet right there.
Really get UWA to start to worry about their position on the ladder. Certainly feel like they're the top team at the moment this year. Slow ball. Whitney Lloyd gets the offload.
Okay.
Runners are left, lost forward. Was looking too much at what was in front of him, where he was going to pass that ball. Had players screaming for it. Had Kennington out on the left, screaming for the ball. He's come onto the field, wanted to run. It's nicely presented here by Whitney Lloyd. You see there, whoever's filling in at half there, just loses it forward.
20, 8. Crouch. Bind. Set.
Penalty advantage, collapsing near side. Out on the wing, chance to go all the way here, UWA. Getting towards the line, there's a bit of biff, they get off the inside check ball. And the number 23, Aiden Higo, gets a little bump after. It's all kicking off, there's a little bit of scuffle the whole way there. Have a look what happens after this try scored if we can as well, because there's a bit of push and shove and a little bit going on there. It was a great run by Brian Sharwood to set this one up. Gets through, and then just gets the inside ball for Higo.
Yeah, thanks.
Oh, Leighton Short does cop him high as they're diving over the line. Leighton Short lucky to get away with one there maybe. Lots of concern was being shown for Higo. He's a fantastic ball runner himself.
To go. Oh, we still got 6:30. Got a few stoppages, yeah.
Caleb Young from the corner.
Yeah, thanks, James. Yeah, he was going down for the try.
Currently 38 plays 19, just waiting for this kick to come.
Yeah, it was in action, it was scoring, so I'm just going to restart normal. I'm not going to do anything.
It's a good kick this time. Caleb Young adds the extra 2. 40 points to 19. UWA have amassed a lead of 21 now. They've come out firing in this second half, looking to prove a point as to why they're the top team in this competition. Such a good ball there from McIntyre to release Sharwood down the wing. See as they get towards the line, Eden does well. But it's all there for Higo just to dot it over the line, even with copping that from short. Out the back, Young goes long.
Yeah. Keep retreating.
Young does well to get underneath that. Good bit of courage.
Play now. Okay, we're taking back there.
McIntyre goes long.
Good now.
Really long, in fact. Finds its way inside the 22.
Okay, Rick, side.
Eden kicks clear.
Up inside.
Inside the call. Foot was on the line. That is inside the 22.
Hang on. Just hold there. D, this is you guys, okay? So I'll make them take a bigger gap. So you can come up. Unless you want to stay there. Okay, stay there. Good.
Forster for O'Sullivan. Caleb Young caught up in the midfield, needs to get to ground now. Maul called. Turnover.
Never had knees on ground there, guys. We have them all taken in by Green.
Caleb Young just going a little bit too high into contact here. Gets G'd up a little bit, and then they do well. Cunningham and McCabe just hold him up, get the maul called. And once it eventually finds its way to ground, no way that's coming out of there. Turnover ball.
Sit!
Whitney Lloyd plays it from the back with penalty advantage, Lost forward will come straight back.
Advantage there, guys.
Side ball lost forward by Trevor Smith.
Tight heads overextended, going to ground.
Tight head for UWA. See there, just goes straight on his hands and knees. Good find from the touchy. Okay, progresses. 25 out from the UWA line. Final minutes of this game now.
Half minutes. See you guys ready.
3 minutes to go. Seems to be the word.
Yeah, it's fine. I know what we're doing.
Bromley steals again.
Backwards by Green.
He's been fantastic at line-out time today. O'Sullivan pumps off Cunningham. Says, I don't care who you are, how big you are. McIntyre fires one long. Bit of work at the back here. They've done well. Trevor Smith, Manahira Eden. Decides he wants a little crack at the line before this one's done.
Ball still in.
short.
Flat.
Fires it
No, it's
long.
gone backwards out his hands.
Backwards out of the hand, the call from the referee. They've got a chance to score here, Palmyra. If they can break the last tackle of Voster, they'll be in for sure. Might not even need to. Palmyra have scored a try late in this game. It might not be enough. It's a bit too late to even get them into a winning position, but Leighton Short fires one over the top. Called flat by the referee. Did look backwards out of the hand, but just the way it took the wind didn't make it look convincing to those on the hill. And a good try in the corner for a great clash of the week. 1v4 proving to be quite the matchup. Both these teams ready to play. UWA just enforcing that they are top of the ladder and ready to take on anyone. And the kick goes across the face. Score's going to remain 40-22. It's a great little finish by Andrill here. Beats O'Sullivan out and then takes on Voster. Just manages to keep pumping those legs for that last 10 metres and fights his way to the line. Scoring a good try for Palmyra, even though it may be a consolation try. Long kickoff this time. Securing underneath it, Short running on.
Hey, leave now, Green. Yeah, done well there. Sorry, mate.
McCabe set in pocket. A little bit wobbly off the boot. It's going to sit up for the UWA captain, Ben Taylor. Fights nicely to the line.
Didn't survive clean out.
Sullivan. Nowhere through there, but manages to get free. 21 that's just come on, Connie Hughes. Releases for Higo. Counter ruck comes straight through. Then ball lost forward. Advantage blue. Everyone going every way. And that'll be full time. Referee takes a quick check of his watch. So full time here in your Fortescue Premier Grade Clash of the Week. It's UWA 40. They'll remain on top of the ladder and looking very dominant as always. Palmyra finish on 22, a valiant effort. Certainly look like a top 4 side. Thank you all very much for joining us, and we'll catch you all next week.